Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adam. If you love luxury fashion, then definitely gonna love my channel. So make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my Instagram below for all of the latest updates. And today, let's get right into it. So in today's video, we are going to Universal Studios, but we are going for Horror Nights. So it's so exciting because this will be a very Halloween themed video. However, the second half of the video will be some very old footage of the studio tour, which is still so great because we will be able to see the Desperate Housewives street, Wisteria Lane, so iconic and classic, but we also see the Psycho House, Jaws, and so many cool filming locations. So without any further ado, let's go to Universal Studios. We're now in North Hollywood driving to Universal Studio Horror Nights, and I'm really excited because I've been there a really long time ago. You'll see really old footage at the end of the video, but I've never been there for actual Halloween and like horror nights. So this is really exciting. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is like the chainsaw guys that like chase you around, but other than that, I'm really stoked for it. Driving in LA at night, it is so pretty, and honestly, this scene reminds me of the movie The Invitation. So just imagine like all of the lights just turning red, and how cool of like a moment and like a scenery thing would that be? But definitely love it. Definitely nice California vibes. When you do approach Universal Studios, you do get to the cutest road with the palm trees. You should know by now that I am obsessed with the scenery and the palm trees. It's always just such a moment. But you do have all of the cute little signs from all of the movies that they have worked on. But straight ahead, you can see the giant minion. How cute is the minion peeking out? I mean, honestly, it's just so ginormous. It's just adorable. Here I am being the passenger queen, and I'm so excited. I actually love the red lights too. Actually, speaking of the invitation, red lights. So, what a coincidence. When you first get through the gates, you do finally get a walk in the Universal Studios Hollywood, and instantly it is just so cute and Halloween themed. Now, there's flames and there were chainsaw people running around. I did not want any of the chainsaw people, so I did immediately go to the gift shops to avoid it. First gift shop was actually really cool because they had all of this old horror movie stuff. Like Psycho right here, I definitely want that photo, but they even had The Birds as well, which The Birds is such a good movie. So honestly, I might even get that one too. They also had the Wolfman, which this one was really cool because like my dad, for instance, always collected these when I was a kid. So seeing these still being sold today is just so cool. So I actually did get a couple of these for him for Christmas, and he's honestly gonna love it. They also had these giant Chucky dolls, which I'm not entirely sure if these were the actual ones from the movies, but I don't know like the burnt one with no hair, but I do know Glenn, and Glenn is so cute. Honestly, he's just so adorable. I love it. He is a bona fide baby forever. But on this side, we have Jennifer Tilly, which obviously is amazing. We love Jennifer Tilly, but there's also an old Chucky, like Phantom of the Opera, and I've never seen that one in a movie or a show. So if these were in a movie or a show, comment them down below. Of course, Hello Kitty World was one of my favorite places. Did have Hello Kitty dressed as an alligator, although I think it's a dinosaur, so we're just gonna go with a dinosaur. They also had the cute dog from Pets. Now, I don't really like this movie, Pets, but I do like the dog. The dog is like the only character that's like worth it. Successfully avoided the chainsaws, and they did have a Mario Kart cafe, but I really want to go to Mario World, which we will be going to soon. But it's just so cute. Look at the superstar and the super mushroom. We did make it to Springfield as well, which at the end of the video, I will go back in time and you will see all of my old footage of the daytime. However, it's just so cute. I love the Simpsons world. They have so much great stuff here, including Krusty Land, which I did go on the ride there, which you'll see at the end of the video as well. It's such a good ride. I 1000% recommend it. The view from up here is so beautiful. However, I'm not gonna lie, I was about to go downstairs and the escalators here are atrocious. I was so scared of the heights, so I really did hang on to my date the entire time. However, I got so excited because I did see Mario World down below, and it's so cool. So you can see like the giant toad head, but even Bowser's castle. And oh my god, I want to go to it so bad. But there's a story, and you'll hear that in just a moment. So after surviving the escalators, we did make it down, and I did get to Mario World, and they did have this giant tunnel that you can go in, and that is just so cute. However, I was so bummed because I didn't know that you needed an extra pass to get into Super Nintendo World. And my date and I, we just simply didn't have the pass. So I was just so like disappointed. I was like, ugh, no, I want to go there so bad. but it does give me a reason to go to it next time. So next time I am here, I will be coming to this specific one. I will do an entire vlog just on Mario World because I love it so much. And inside, like, it's Peach's castle. I am obsessed with Peach, and to be in like her actual castle, oh my god, I can't get over it. They did have the mummy ride, which is actually the only ride I have not been on while being here, but we did go to Leatherface's before going to some mazes. First maze I went to was the Weekend. Now, who would have thought the Weekend actually had a maze, like a haunted house? It was so interesting. It was like his purgatory. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually did kind of like it. It wasn't scary at all. However, they did have a really like gruesome scene of him involving like a chainsaw and his head on like a table, but then also a good like paparazzi room, which I really liked. Next, I went on the Bride of Frankenstein haunted house, and this one was really cute. Now, that is actually the Van Helsing castle as well. So it's really cool because it was like all of the classic horror movie characters in one, including like Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, all of them. And honestly, I have to say that this maze was probably the best one there. It did have a lot of good scares, actually. Then leaving, I was so excited because you can actually see another view of Mario World up there. And you can see the actual like little flag thing, like when you play golf and they have like that flag like hole in one thingy. They totally have that, so that is just so cute, and like the cute little tree. Harry Potter World, you will see a lot of footage at the end of the video. However, they decorated the castle for Halloween, and this is so sick because I hate spiders, and obviously they had to have a giant spider walk right across the top of it, but the effects were really, really cool, and I do appreciate the effects, like phenomenal. The train is always one of my favorite things because the Hogwarts Express, it's just so adorable, and like obviously we all want to get on it. I was very impressed because they had a man on stilts dressed as this cool character, and he was just so tall. He was literally like a good 7 foot tall, actually probably more than 7 feet actually. I don't know how these people can walk on stilts, but definitely very, very impressive. We're now leaving Universal Studios, and the rest of the night you will see when I do my personal upcoming vlog of my whole trip. Now I take you back in time to 2018, where Mario Lopez was hosting outside. He usually always does host, but there's just so much good like footage from like back in the day that I really wanted to include here. Of course, here's me and my mom at the cute little like circle thingy where he usually hosts. Now what I've been dying to show you, we have the Desperate Housewives Wisteria Lane Street. So I actually was going to make an entire video just on this, but I figured why not put all my old footage with my new footage and create this long vlog for you guys. So here we have Bree's house, and Bree was one of my favorite characters. So classy, so chic, so iconic. Honestly, her storylines are probably some of the best on the show. So comment down below if you love Desperate Housewives. Next door, we have Mike's house, which I really do like Mike's house, but it's also that one girl, so I forgot her name. She was the redhead, but then we do have the old lady's house, which I thought that was Lynette's, but it's actually not Lynette's. I forgot, it's the old one with like the tornado scene. But across here, we do have the cute little gazebo, which all I can think of during this scene is the awful plane crash where Brie loses her husband. Right across from that, we do have Susan's, which her house looks so small, but in a second I will have another shot where it does look a lot bigger and makes more sense. But Susan, of course we all love Susan. Next door, we have Edie. Now, Edie makes me so sad how she passed in the show. Like, such a good character and such a good actress. When you do the little roundabout, now we have a better view of Susan's house, and it's just so cute. So now it makes more sense because that looks like Susan's property. But how adorable is that? Of course, I always thought it was right across the street from Mike's house, but I think they just make it look like that in the show. Over here, we do have Lynette's, which I'm pretty sure, yes, this is Lynette's house. And how cute are those twins when they get so much older? I totally love them. Now, this house right here, I don't know whose house this is. Comment down below if you know whose house that is. Same with this one. I don't remember this one. Oh, wait a minute. I do. Vanessa Williams. I believe she had the purple house, if I'm not mistaken. Comment down below if it really was Vanessa Williams' house. And last but not least, we have Gabby's, which Gabby was obviously my favorite character. Fun fact, her very first scene, she mentions that she is wearing Versace. So what like a full circle moment this is. However, this house right here, I don't know whose this house is either. I really, really don't remember this one at all. Comment down below if you know this one. They did have the Grinch Stole Christmas, and how cute is this? You can actually see like the cute little Who's Homes. So the fact that they actually had this still up was absolutely amazing. And oh my god, what like a cool Dr. Seuss moment. Now we have Bates Motel, which Bates Motel is really cool because of course it goes with the movie Psycho. And behind the actual hotel, we can't see the actual Psycho house as well, which is phenomenal. However, you can't see that something's in the window of the house, and that's actually used in one of my favorite movies called Maxine, which was just released this year. She goes there and she can see the old lady from X. Maxine, Pearl, and X is one of my favorite trilogies, which I don't really care for X, but the other two totally love. But we do get to meet Norman as well from the hotel.
Maybe it's best if we just check on out of the Bates Motel. Norman is not happy to see us.
So cute, and then of course, again, a better view of the house and the iconic stairs. Honestly, this is one of like the best things to see. Next, we are at where they filmed part of Jaws, but also Murder, She Wrote. So anything familiar you see, definitely comment down below, because I haven't really seen Murder, She Wrote, and I don't really remember the first Jaws, but I do remember like the classic scene. Poor Georgie right here is about to get it.
Georgie's on your left. You're 11 o'clock. Oh dear. This is not going to end well. Oh, that's disgusting. All right, guys, we lost Officer George. I think he just became a George kebab. We're going to pull down here behind the dock. It should be a little safer. All right, there goes the bait. Very nice.
Ready for a few jump scares.
Okay, the bait just stopped. But the line break or something? I really don't know. Wow. Yeah, the line broke. All right, a gas line. And now there's a fire. All right, guys, look, probably best if we just head over to the far side of the... Wait a minute, wait a minute. Whoa, ho, here we come.
In an instant replay, we can see the scene from Jaws in real life. We also have this shot, which I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Jaws that's hanging up, but comment down below if that was in the movie. We do get to see the iconic plane crash scene from War of the Worlds. And honestly, I was so surprised because this thing was huge. So it was honestly like the size of like a real airplane. The Jurassic Park ride was absolutely amazing. And they did have these cute little guys that like shoot water at you. But they had a lot of good animatronics as well. And the animatronics are really, really impressive. Also, the ride. The ride was one of my favorite rides. However, do prepare to get wet at the end of the little tunnel because you will definitely get soaked. Next, we do get to see some of the lot where we do get to see all of the fake cities, and these are in so many shows. I mean, I can't even begin to describe how many backgrounds of shows that this part is in. However, this is also one of the scenes that Maxine was filmed in. There's this guy that chases her and she runs all through the lots, including this like deserty area, which I don't have a photo of, but it's so cool. So such like an iconic moment. Harry Potter, the footage I'm showing you is so good because we do get to their cute little world. So it's just awesome. We get to see the train, but also all of the buildings as well. Of course, back then, my mom and I, we did take a couple pictures, especially with the conductor, because how could we not? During this trip, she honestly had such a good time. She was just so adorable. I love her. Their gift shops, though, was absolutely incredible. Like, they had the book that actually moved. And how cool is this book? Like, I love it. If you're a Harry Potter fan, then you definitely love that. But of course, they sold like owls, they sold wands, they sold cages, they sold honestly like everything you could imagine from the movie. It was so cool. And then they do even have a little car crash scene. The castle, however, was really cool to see in person. It was actually legendary just to like walk through it. They do have a ride inside, and honestly, it's my favorite ride that I have ever been on. Even my mom loved it. However, they do have this when you walk inside.
Thought you might rather watch a game of Quidditch than listen to beds, but we'll have to sneak you out of the castle and down to the pitch, and we reckon the best way of doing that was to fly you there.
Now, for some really old footage, I have a road trip vlog from like 2016. We go to the Warner Brother tour where they actually have the Harry Potter hat from the movie that actually tells you where you are. So let's see what my best friend and I get.
Your bonus knows about that. Yes, yeah. There's wisdom beyond your years there, and a desire for more knowledge. Ravenclaw!
Is that good? I will say the mazes back then were better. Like, they did have Walking Dead, and the Walking Dead was actually really scary because, I mean, it looks like a crime scene. So even just the scenery alone was honestly terrifying about it, but definitely better than the ones they had this current year. They did have this cute little Paris cafe, which my mom and I did take this really cute photo with, and I'm surprised she actually got on the motorcycle because she is totally not like a bike girl. Here we have The Simpsons again, and you can see how much better it is in the daytime. You can see all of the cute signs and all of the characters. Honestly, they had everything from this show that you could imagine, including Krusty Land, which was one of my favorite rides. So when you go in it, you sit in this thing, and it's like a 3D screen, and it just flies you all over. If you've seen Simpsons the movie, it's kind of like the opening of the movie. And of course, you can see me looking awful in the photo. However, I do recommend getting the photo just because it's so cute and so worth it. And they have like the factory, they have Moe's where you can get like a beer, and they have actual like the Duff beers there too. So that was really cool. My favorite was meeting Marge Simpson because I love Marge, but even like the cop guy was cool. I definitely like the cop and his donut, but this kid too, we were both just sitting down, having our drinks, having our Duff beer, so what a moment. You can see that it truly is a beautiful view. We can see the entire movie theater lot and Universal Studios behind me as well, but definitely just so much to do here, see here. I would say that if you want to do everything, it would definitely take an all day moment or like even 2 days. So right off the bat, I have to say Wisteria Lane is honestly one of my favorite places I have ever been to. Desperate Housewives. I have watched that show religiously since the day it came out. I actually always used to watch it with my mom, so it would be like a great bonding moment. And it's just such a good show. Obviously, Gabby was my favorite because of Versace and the luxury fashion of it all. However, this was just such a fun experience, both current day and the old day. I really wanted to do the Universal Studio tour while I was there this time, but I didn't go in the daytime. It was on my list, but I will actually be going next time. There's a couple studio tours that I really want to go film again, but I'm so happy that you guys did get to see the footage from the old one because it's just so good, and honestly, everybody should go to Universal Studios. But for Horror Nights, I have to say, Horror Nights is okay. I kind of like Cedar Point a little bit better, which I do have a vlog on right above and in the description below. However, for Universal Studios, they do have better mazes, I will say, than Cedar Point. However, it's just way more crowded, so it's a little bit less enjoyable, and those escalators are honestly deadly. Like, it's honestly like a lawsuit just waiting to happen. Again, thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it, and you. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a great day. Before.